Buffalo Wild Wings Radio Row and your Mattress Firm post-game show. New Mexico 71 and UNLV 69 is your final. It's time for our post-game coaches' comments brought to you by Delta Dental of New Mexico. Let's bring in Lobo head coach Craig Neal. Coach Neal, congratulations.
I can't hear y'all.
You cannot hear us.
I can't hear you.
Okay.
You can't hear us?
Let's do this here. I don't know why you
That's
can't
all right.
hear us.
That's all right. Just talk. I can read your lips.
Here, take one ear off right there.
Okay, I can read your lips.
There you go. Now back up. We can hear you just fine.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I'll just guess.
You got okay. Tell me about the embrace with you here at the end of the night.
Well, I don't know if everybody understands what went on today. It was a very despicable act of social media. That's why I'm not a big social media fan with Twitter or Facebook. I never have been. I've dealt with this before with Cullen when San Diego State student body wished him death after his appendectomy. And, there's things you go over the line with. And, I don't think it would have motivated him, but I think he was very, very hurt. I think he's going through an ordeal that a lot of people don't know he's going through. And it's been really hard for him. And his mom went home, and then he had to deal with that today. And, I just told him, I said, just be who you are, play your game. You're a winner. You've meant a hell of a lot to our program. And, he came out pretty locked in.
Oh, my gosh.
Played pretty good. But he played but then again, he played within the offense, and he did the things he did. He took good shots. He didn't take off-balance shots. And, I talked to Hunter about this when we were at the airport, and I know we don't do everything right, and I know, but we try to do everything right, and I know there's people out there that can't find anything right with what we do sometimes, but Hugh Greenwood's meant a lot to our program, people, and he's going to have good games, and he's going to have bad games, and we all have that. I don't have good days every day, and I know Hunter doesn't either. I know you don't either, Robert, but that kid gives everything he has for the cherry and silver, and, he's going to have a couple bad games. He's trying to do a lot for a team that he knows can get it done just because of the way we do things, how we handle our program, what our culture's about. And tonight was a perfect evidence of what we're about.
I need to say this quickly because I didn't dignify any of that garbage that was put out on Twitter by talking about it as all. It is a few ignoramuses doing stupid things. And we should point out, there were a couple of really very nice kids that came over here. Yeah, they presented a letter to Hugh tonight. He'll get a chance to see it after the game. Right. So that's a small thing over what was put out on Twitter.
It means a lot. It means a lot. And we know this isn't coming from UNLV. I got great respect for Dave. I got great respect for their program. They're a first-class deal. But it's just the social media thing that gets carried away, and you start talking about somebody's life or death of somebody's family member. It's just not right. And to be honest with you, I think that we've kind of made it our thing, and I said my piece, and I think we should just let it die.
I agree, Coach. I agree. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of the social media either, and so I'd rather just move on.
Well, you're right, Hunter. Hunter, you're right, and and I appreciate your talk that you had with me at the airport. It really meant a lot to me, and it helped me become a better person and a better coach, and I think I handle my team a little bit better.
Oh yeah, it was.
But that's what I don't understand. These kids are young kids, and that stuff can be hurtful. And we've got the best fans in the world. I mean, we have 15,000, and we get beat by Boise, and they just played terrific. But we have 15,000, and these kids, they read that stuff. And even fans and other fans and others, some of that stuff gets hurtful, and they take it personal. And all we should do, and all I try to do, is be real positive with these young men and mentor them. But we're cheering for the Lobos. They're not going to be perfect every night, and we're going to make mistakes. And I'm going to make mistakes, but I'm man enough to say, hey, I'm not perfect, but hey, we're all in this together. You don't raise a child by yourself. You raise a child by a village, and we got a hell of a village in Albuquerque.
Yes, we do. Coach, I was just so pleased to see you come in here and get a victory after the Boise State loss at home. How were you able to pull that off? How were you able to pull the guys together? You talk about family and how close you guys want to keep that when you're on the road and how you travel, and we talked about this earlier on the air, the walkthrough today. You took care of business. You guys talked about the details of the game, but then you had your half-court shoot around. I mean, it's just it kind of was light, and everybody, I think, had a positive attitude.
I don't think with young men the way we are and the pressures they go through, I just try to be as positive and upbeat as I can because I think they feed off of me, Hunter.
Yes.
I'm their leader.
Yep.
And I tried to be as upbeat as I could. I thought I was very demanding of their attention. I thought they were precise in their walkthrough, and we got done. We had to get done, and then we've always had the tradition for 8 years. We're going to shoot the three-point shot, but I thought our guys were really good mood, and Robert can tell you a little bit of our walkthrough at pregame. We were pretty loose,
yeah.
but I mean in a positive way,
Yeah, totally.
not egotistical or super confident. We just were a group that was together. And that team tonight was 11 guys that were together, that we had consistent play from a lot of guys. I mean, there were some guys that missed some shots and made some plays, but it was all a positive reaction, and there was a positive vibe to our group where they didn't get discouraged and they picked each other up. And that's what I've been talking about for the last month, and that's what I want to see. And that was a perfect evidence what our kids can do and what they're capable of doing. Now, is this a growing up point for them? I really think it is, but it's going to have to be consistent basis, and we got a big one at Wyoming, and we got to continue to do the same thing.
What I saw tonight, Coach, I'm so interested to hear what you think, Craig, because I saw a team that played free tonight. They didn't seem tight.
Well, I went in after it. I said, I'm really proud of you, and I know every day you guys wake up and see who's I'm going to get on. So I've been really trying to be positive with these guys because I got a young group, and I've tried, and I talked to Hunter about it. I don't have fun getting on them. It doesn't make me happy because I love them and I care about them, each one of them. And sometimes I do some things that maybe I shouldn't, and I'm too open. And I wear my heart on my sleeve, but it's because I think I have to make them accountable. And I've made what I have to do is accountable, and now we're going forward, and that won't happen. And we're going to be real positive with my guys, and they know what's expected of them. And we had a nice talk, and I think we're at a really good place right now.
Coach, throughout the game, you were in some timeouts. After timeouts, you came out with certain offense where you're able to score, like getting the ball down low on the block to Dede. I mean, either he's going to get fouled or he's going to score, and it worked for you a couple of times.
Well, what I did, I couldn't sleep very well after the Boise State loss. So what I did all night and the next morning and with my staff is I really limited what we were doing. I really limited what we were trying to run so that we could get 5 or 6 things that we could be really, really precise on and guys were comfortable with, and that I knew we could get baskets. And that was taking 2 or 3 plays for each guy, each strength, and I think it really, really helped us, Hunter. I kind of gave them everything, and now I've got them to where I know what I can do with them. I know what plays we can do, and I know what plays I can't from game to game. And I think that's going to help us going down the stretch because I don't have a veteran team. I don't have the same team coming back that knows everything and knows where everybody's going to go, and they're figuring out how to play together. But I think us limiting that and really going, all right, guys, take a picture of it on your phone. I want you to go up to your rooms. I want you to talk about this is what we're running. So we got to make sure that we're at the right places, the right time. And I thought we did a really good job in zone tonight. I thought we moved the ball side to side. We were able to get it to paint. And Joe, bless Joe, he's going to be a hell of a player for us. He just got a little tense in there. He had some chances to take some shots in the first half against the zone, but he's going to be a really good player. We were able to get the ball in the paint, make some plays with Dede in the middle of the zone and Jordan in the middle of the zone, and they made some good passes. And JJ had a terrific move down there low with the hook. It just went in and out. So it's just one of those things. But I thought us limiting all the stuff that we were trying to do and really get precise and kind of script what we wanted really helped us.
Please take us through the last sequence, the game-winning basket, and then the defense that ends up with the final steal by Art down here. First, great play by Jordan to follow it and finish it and score. But actually, Hunter made the point that coming out of their timeout, it looked like you were doubling McCaw. How did you get it so that Kendrick ends up with the basketball? Well, that was unbelievable.
The funny thing was when we told him, we said no threes. And there's only 9 seconds. And 9 seconds to go the full length, that's a lot of time. But the thing that was really, really good was that we saw it. We said, hey, listen, if they only put one guy back, and they think that we're going to go back there and wait for them, we're going to go deny the guy that they wanted to get the ball to, and we did that, and they gave it to Kendrick, and we just said no threes, and we made him drive it. We were able to come up with a loose ball.
What did you draw up for the play there that ended up with the Goodman putback?
Well, Dede had it. We had it. We wanted to go to Dede, and he got it, made a heck of a drive, heck of a play, and they had to come and help. And we just missed it, and we had guys there for the rebound.
Coaches, when you draw up a play like that and the guys know who's going to take that shot, you got a greater chance of rebound.
A lot greater chance.
And so, I mean, that happened a couple times tonight.
Well, a lot greater chance, and we're kind of getting like the teams of old because we've always been good out of timeouts, but I think guys are feeling comfortable in what they're doing, what their role is, and where they're supposed to be. And, you know, Jordan made a heck of a play. And then he went to the goal just like he was supposed to do, and that really helped us. And you know, our guys are going to get more and more comfortable. We just gotta keep working with them. But they're growing up. They're doing a heck of a job. I mean, they're playing at a high level. They're getting better. But tonight was a perfect example of what I talked about: consistency. I was really proud. I thought we got consistent effort, consistent mental toughness. No, we didn't have as many mental toughness breakdowns mentally on defense as we had at Boise, which we had a lot. And I think the film session and not practicing on Monday really helped us.
We could do this all night, but I know you need to get back to your team. And you guys, there's no rest for the weary here. So tell us what the next couple of days lay out.
No, we're gonna let them sleep in tomorrow. We fly out at 12. We'll get up to Denver at 2:15, and then we're going to go to Ted's Montana restaurant right there at the airport and eat about 4:30, and then we're going to bus up to Wyoming and do personnel tomorrow night. We won't do anything on the floor. And then we'll do some stuff on Friday and get ready for Saturday afternoon because it's a 2 o'clock game, so we won't do a lot. We won't do anything on the floor tomorrow. So it's one of those things.
Coach Neal, congratulations.
That's big. That's big for us.
Yep.
That's
great
big
win.
I appreciate it, guys.
Level-head basketball coach Craig Neal. Just great stuff. All right, when we come back, those are your Delta Dental coaches' comments brought to you by Delta Dental of New Mexico. Almost 400,000 New Mexicans covered by Delta Dental plans. For more info, log on to deltadentalnm.com.